is from Biafra's Got Talent. We are letting Biafrans know the reason why we should remember those who gave their lives for us, those who died that we may live.
You died to end my suffering. You died fighting for my freedom. Your blood is the seed of redemption. You are my inspiration.
The deed no longer them, military shots at them. 67 to 70, we remember them. 2016, 38 May, memory still lives in our mind till today. Wonder why they refuse to publicize the genocide. The world media turn blind eyes to our plight. It's time to arise, land of the rising sun. Let's rise one more time, let's rise.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes, those who gave their life for us. Onitsha massacre, Ipocha massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright.
Tell them I got that day. Remember when me tell you say I got that day. Yeah, I remember that one that called us a Bruce Mero. But the way you go like a Papa Nuku. But them they were bonito. Me tell you what I look pandi, what pandi Samiro. Me tell you what I day. For me that all and the rest of man I tell you what I am. Me never give up. Me tell them
heroes, I want to promise you something today. We must fight together, no retreat and no surrender. We must hold them down till the end of time. The most important thing is that we will restore Biafra. May your soul rest in peace.
And I look up to the sky with tears in my eye. For other Biafrans and for freedom had to die. We will never forget you as the days go by. You are always in my heart, you'll never be apart. They fought for our freedom, they died for our freedom. They fought the Nigerian soldiers in the war front, without food, without guns, for our freedom, for our life, for our own good, for our children. We love them, our heroes, we want them.
My heart bleeds when I saw them slain. Where will I be now if not then? They will remain indelible in my heart forever, 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 and ever, and ever, and ever.
We serve in your plantation, and the way you paid us back with your bloody starvation. We play in our history that the death of my people is a mystery. No going back to get to a victory. I had a voice now call for vengeance. I never get bombed, I'ma blow like a vengeance.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes, those who gave their life for us. Onitsha massacre, Ipocha massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright.
Where will I be now if not you? You died at Mali.
They were starved to death because of our freedom, and they paid the debt for our freedom. Flag high for those that died in the genocide, fighting for you and I. There is pain in the heart, we bleeding inside, tears in the eyes, so I'm falling here.
This is for my fallen heroes. Give them a motivation, people. It's like I'm looking at myself in the mirror. Cause to be a gas, I need to be a nurse. If we did not retire,
They paid the ultimate price. They died for me, for the freedom of unborn child. We live for the legacy.
You know what it is.
It's like I'm looking at myself
We
in the
must
mirror.
revenge, and we must stand to represent who we are.
Akara m ihe mbe na-eme mbe si ma achọrọ ofu ukwu ehi ma nke ọzọ mụ achọrọ ehi niile ma ụkwụ ya ma aka ya ma isi ya ma olu ya anyị ga-adọbiri wee pụọ na nke onwe anyị tighata azụ etu anyị nọ tupu ndị ọcha wee bịa ebe a nwa aha obodo ebe a nwe ndị mmadụ n'ime tupu nwa bekee si ebe o si hapụ obodo ya ọ bịa ebe a ọkpọrọ onye nke ọkpọrọ okeke ọkpọrọ okafọ dakata anyị isi ọ sị n'ụbọchị nke taa na anya aha anyị wuzi Naijiria anyị na-aza aha na-enweghị omimi n'ime ya ihe ngwa gị gbasị biko kọwara m ihe Naijiria pụtara enwepụghị kọwara m ọmụa ga-aza aha osimiri ka osimiri ga-aza aha mụnwa n'ihi ihe anyị na-ekwuwu na ebe a rụgidere ụlọ a na ọ jọgburu onwe ya ọ dịghị mma Naijiria agaghị emekọtanwu ihe ọzọ ihe ọjọọ emego n'obodo a arụ emego egbugo ndị be anyị aka na-egbukwa anyị ndị Fulani wee chere na mabata be anyị ka na-egbukwa ndị be anyị ruo ụtụtụ echi a na-asị m na ọ ga-adị mma oge ọ na-ekwekwu ka nwee mmekọrịta bụ nke ndị iro kọ nke ndị ụmụnne ha egosighị anyị ọtụtụ mgbe ha kpọrọ anyị asị onye ajụrụ ajụ na-ajụ onwe ya ha jụrụ anyị aja ama njụ onwe anyị agbanyeghị na anyị nwe ngwa ahịa n'ugwu Awụsa agbanyeghị na anyị na-azụ ahịa ebe niile dị iche iche na-eme nke ọma kama onye gara ndụ kpakụ onye ire rie niile ọ Ndụbụisi ka anyị na-ekwu okwu ya ka anyị cheghata azụ ebe a ruo obodo anyị ka o wee maa mma wee karịa obodo ndị ọcha na mma ọhịa anyị na-arịọ nwoke na ugwu nwee nkwanye ugwu n'ime onwe anyị ọnwa anyị pụọ n'iro a na-etigbu anyị pụọ n'iro okwu asị ọ bụ gịnị ma anyị ji wee ekwu okwu ọnwụ ihe ndị a ka anyị sị na anaghị anabatakwa ya ọzọ.
Akụkọ a kọrọ anyị bụ na ọkụkọ na ewu agaghị nzukọ ụmụ anụmanụ a na-emezi mgbe ọbụla a chọrọ ịchụ aja ejiri ọkụkọ maọbụ nwụchụ aja mgbe ọbụla a chọrọ ime ka Naijiria dị n'otu enwe ha na-eto esi wee kpam akpụrụ ndị Igbo ọ pụtara na anyị bụ ọkụkọ maọbụ ka ọ pụtara na anyị agaghị nzukọ mere ya bụ ihe eji eme anyị bụ ndị Igbo ụdị na ọbara ndị Igbo ahụ kpafu n'obodo Naijiria agaghị
ọ bụ site na akpọmasị ihe na-eme anyị dịka ihe mere ndị ji oge mgbe gara aga etu ọkụka mba niile dị iche iche ji kpọọ ụmụ Izrel asị a na-egbu ha a na-egbu ha a na-egbu ha afọ niile aka na-egbu ha o wee ruo oge ugbu anyị asị na ogbugbu a na-egbu anyị na ọ dịghị anyị mma ọ ka mma na onwe ihe ekegbuo anyị wu nwere onwe njem a nke anyị na-aga kama na na-esi etete n'ụtụtụ asị na onwe onye gburu ebe a onwe ha na-ekwu okwu odo na nyere onwe onye n'aka ụkọchukwu n'ugwu Awụsa ebepụ isi ọnwụghị ofu ugboro ọnwụghị ugboro abụọ ọnwụghị ugboro atọ ọnwụghị ugboro anọ ọ bụ ruo ole mgbe ka a ga-egbugide anyị wee rue anyị asị mba na anyị ga-aga ka anyị nwee ike wee nwere onwe anyị ọ ka mma na anyị nwụrụ ebe anyị na-azọ nwere onwe tụmụ na anyị nọ n'ụlọ etu a mmadụ ibe ma bata n'ime ụlọ mbịa bupụ m isi a sị na achọghị ụdị nka ọ bụghị anyị maka a ga-eji wee chụọ àjà ọzọ
onye si na ya ga-ata anyị ahụhụ ma ọ bụrụ na anyị fee arụsị anyị wee na-efe arụsị mgbe were iwe gị na ọmụma gị wee bịa leta anyị ụmụ anyị wee na-anwụsị ụfọdụ nọ n'ụzọ ije ha anaghị alọta ụlọ ọzọ nne na nna wee na-ata ahụhụ wee na-ata ikikere eze nwaanyị konye ka ọ gaa ubi ga arụ ọrụ Fulani chiri ehi bata ebe ala gị n'iyi okwu ebepụ ya isi anyị bụ ka anyị kpọpụ onye nwe anyị n'ugwu Awụsa ahụ ejide anyị wee gbuo ihe ọbụla anyị mara aka n'ime ha si maka ha aga n'ihu elekwa ọdụ ụgbọ mmiri n'igwe ọcha bụ ememiri ọhịa nke dị na Kalaba otu aka ahụ anyị na-ala nsọ ebe Biafra bụ ndị kọstọm sokwenye anyị n'etiti anyị anọghị n'ime mmiri kama kọstọm juru ebe niile ha wee na-ata anyị ahụhụ anyị kwe sịpụta anyị ka kpọchie anyị kwe sịpụta anyị ka gbagbuo anyị onye nwe anyị na Chineke na nke bi n'igwe ọ bụ ụzọ dị anya ka isi na-ekwu ndị iro anyị anya wee karịa ndị nke gị akwa anyị bụ ụmụ Chineke akwa ọba aha anyị ka anyị na-aza akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza ike Chukwu akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza amara Chineke akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza Chisom akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza Chizoba nna nke dị nsọ onye ime eluigwe dịka otu onye iro dị na anyị bụ ụmụ gị bịa ka iwe zọpụta anyị bịa ka iwe napụta anyị n'aka ọjọọ ihe bịa ka iwe lụọrọ anyị ọgụ bịa ka iwe dịtụ ozu ọ bụ ọkọwa mgbe mmiri na Goliath Chineke nna nke igwe ruo emebi na fero sikwa otu a mee ka fero ka ọ guzo n'ihu ụmụnne anyị bi obi ka o wee taa akwụkwọ igwe ụtọ ọzọ ị ga na-edu anyị n'ụzọ niile nke ezi omume ọ bụla adịghị na anyị na-aga ndagwurugwu onyinye ọnwụ ọ bụ nwa bụ ekele n'igwe n'ụwa nwunye ọbụla kere gị n'oge mmalite n'oge ọgwụgwụ kama anyị onwe anyị kwa anọkwa ahụ ofu ụbọchị anyị ga-anwụ n'ezie kama ma akpọ na ogbu gị na-anọgide ebe mgbe ebighị ebi ọ bụ ya mere anyị ji were gị n'anya isi anyị wee na-asị nna nke dị nsọ bịa ka iwe egosi anyị Biafra na ndụ na abụghị n'ọnwụ bịa ka iwe mee ka ebe gị na amara gị wee kpuchiri anyị ka uwe bịa ka iwe zọpụta ndị nke gị bịa ka iwe mee ka Biafra wee bịa ka anyị na-ewetụta na nsọpụrụ na ịja mma site n'aha gị onye bụ Chukwu nke abịa ma
Welcome, 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 welcome. Thank you for joining us on this very evening section. I appreciate everyone that has connected wherever you are connecting from. Please kindly like and share the program to all platforms, share to family and friends, share to those who are close to you so that they can join us on this very quick evening program. You know, our evening program doesn't take much time. At least by 1 hour or 1 hour 30 minutes, we are going to be done. So kindly like and share so that people can join us on time so that we can be able to reach out to everyone and end up in time to take our rest for the evening and come back tomorrow. So my fellow Biafrans, remember also that in this platform, we don't come here to instigate violence. We don't come here to preach hate. We do not come to this platform to attack people or individuals. We don't come here to push propaganda or blackmail. The only thing we do is to continue to present Biafra to the whole world as the only remedy to the failed state Nigeria. This is the assignment that we have taken upon ourselves, and we will continue to do it no matter what the challenges might be. No matter the hatred, the attack, right, left, and center, we will stand and continue to preach this gospel. So as you join us, if you are opportune to join us, please invite somebody to follow you and join. Don't watch alone. As you are watching, share the program in your own platform. Share it to your friends and family. Share it even to our enemies. Those that have superior argument or those that have questions so that they can come and confront us with their questions. And if they have a superior argument, they can bring those superior arguments so that we can learn from them. That is why we're here. The major issue is that we will continue to present Biafra as the only remedy to the failed state. No matter what they do, no matter what they say, no matter how they try to look at it, we will never back down. So this evening we are discussing, just like we discussed in the morning on the topic, and we have rephrased the topic today, this evening, by saying, why is Nigeria afraid of Igbo excellence? Why are Nigeria afraid of Igbo excellence? The truth, they won't tell you. Why is Nigeria afraid of the Igbo excellence? Every one of us know that in the contraption called Nigeria, they seem to see us, the Igbos, as their problem. In the contraption called Nigeria, they have decided to gang up together and they see an Igbo man as a problem. But meanwhile, we are not their problem. From every indication, from things that are happening, everyone that is genuine and sincere to him or herself knows that Igbos are not the problem of Nigeria. Instead, Nigeria is the problem of the Igbos. Nigeria itself is the problem of the Biafran people, not the other way around. But they try to paint us as a problem. The only reason they are seeing us as a threat is because of our excellence. Because no matter how they try to hold us down, we are progressing. Sometimes they can't imagine the people that looks like they were defeated in the Civil War. The people who they took away everything in their hand economically. The people who they suppressed and pressed, but instead of them submitting, they wake up and they see that we are still on top. They can't understand it. They can't believe it. The people who they thought they are going to be in the bottom in that contraption called Nigeria, they were expecting that the Igbo Biafrans, more especially, will be at the bottom left. after they have fought the civil war, took the life of more than 5 million, destroyed every infrastructure we have in the south eastern part of Nigeria, destroyed innocent life, took away all our wealth, seized properties, and they thought we are going to be at the bottom. But you can imagine, in just a few decades, the people they thought that are under are still the one in charge, the wealthiest and the richest tribe in Africa as we speak. The richest tribe in Africa as we speak. So when they sit down and begin to calculate how we get to where we are, they can't believe it. They can't understand it. They don't know the mystery behind it. Sometimes some of them cannot control themselves. They begin to give us different kinds of names. They begin to blackmail us. They call us criminal. They call us different kinds of, there's no kind of title they don't give us to satisfy their own idiocy. And you ask them, what has an Igbo man done to you? None of them can explain. So many people who are online today attacking the Igbo Biafrans, attacking the Biafran people, when they hear Biafra, it will seem as if you stole something from them. In actual sense, we haven't done anything bad with them. So many of them have not had any deal with any Biafran. Some of them have been favored by Biafrans. But because of this hatred that was institutionalized in Nigeria, institutionalized, the warning that was given to the caliphate, the direction and idea that was borrowed to the caliphate by the British about the intelligence of a Biafran, about the bravery of a Biafran. The British warned them seriously and told them that these people are smart and brave and they cannot be pushed down. Even Ahmadu Bello confessed to that even when you put us in the labor camp, we emerge as a hero. They stick on that warning. Instead of learning from us, instead of joining us for growth, they continue to think of a way to oppress us. And in the process, Nigeria has stayed down. The achievement of the Biafrans within the 3 years of war cannot be achieved by Nigeria for the past decades. For more than 60 years, Nigeria cannot achieve what the Biafrans achieved in 3 years of the Civil War. Within that 3 years, in the midst of the Civil War, we were able to build our airport. We were able to refine our oil. We were able to to build our own arms and ammunition. We were able to do a lot of things for ourselves, even in the midst of the war. Excuse me. Something Nigeria has not been able to do. Something Nigeria has not been able to achieve since independence. We achieved it within 3 years. Biafra grew economically. Biafra grew scientifically. Biafra grew in all areas you can think about. Even in the midst of war, with little or nothing, we improvised everything we used, including refining of oil. The oil we are using, we are refined by the Biafrans locally. We refined oil. We built our airport that international flights we are landing. Even in the midst of the bombardment, we were repairing and building. But even up to today, after so many years, Nigeria cannot be able to have a refinery they can boast and say this is their handwork. They cannot improvise weapons for themselves. They cannot manufacture toothpick. It is a shame. It is a shame. And after the Civil War, instead of them to borrow that idea, instead of them to come closer and learn from the Biafrans, instead of them to capitalize on the wisdom of the Biafrans to develop the country, what did they do? They destroyed every single invention that was made during the Biafran time. During the Civil War, they destroyed every invention that was made to make sure that history does not remember it. They destroyed it. Only an idiot destroys such an information. Because when you are destroying yourself, If you are to be white men, that is say black people, their head is when you hide something in a book, a black man will never find it, even if when you keep it under his pillow. White people will never destroy such information. They are going to use it to your own advantage. But everyone that was part of that was ignored. Some of the people who produced what we use in the Civil War are still around. They are still very much alive. And they are abandoned. Nobody cares about them. And even when they talked about there is 3R, reintegration, rehabilitation, and reconstruction, none was done. None was done. But even without doing that, we did everything by ourselves. We reconstructed our own homes and land. We rebuilt our cities by ourselves. We reintegrated ourselves into the Nigeria, even yet they did not accept us. We by ourselves reintegrated ourselves to all corners of Nigeria and continue to make impact in development. We rehabilitated ourselves by our own selves. And yet they wouldn't let us be. And this excellency of the Igbo man scares a Nigerian, a one Nigerianist. Other Nigerians, the excellency of a Biafran, they cannot fathom how it comes. It scared them so much. That is why they go to any lengths to tag us different kinds of names, call us different kinds of things, thinking that they're going to pull us down with that. But I thank Chukwu Okike that in the midst of all those madness, Biafrans are still standing out. We are standing very strong. And I bet you nothing is going to stop the restoration of Biafra. We have fought our battle the way we are supposed to fight, and we are still fighting. Wherever you are as a Biafran, don't give up. No matter what you see today, even with the detention of our leaders, don't give up. You can see Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is not giving up. Even in the Sokoto where he is, he's not giving up. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is fighting from there. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is still fighting for humanity. In Sokoto, he never gave up. Not one day. The same is applicable to Mazen Simon Ekpa. Even in a foreign land, in Finland, where they try to silence him, where everything is against him, only him standing out, nobody around him. Nobody around Master Simon Ekpa, but yet he didn't give up. You can imagine in a strange land where they will take you to court, you look left and right, and you will not see any of your brother. They will take you to court. Everybody that surrounds you in the court are all white men. White men and women, right, left, and center. There is no black person like you around you. But yet, Master Simon Ekpa never gave up. Master Simon Ekpa continued to send message of condolence to us. Continue to encourage us. Instead of falling behind, instead of getting weak, they are waxing stronger. That is why I urge everybody, wherever you are, on the 5th of August, when Master Simon Ekpa is going to have his case, wherever you are, prepare to go to Finland. Buy your ticket now so that it will be cheap. August is still far away. 5th of August, Master Simon Ekpa will be in court. He has begged all of us. So even without him saying it, he has begged that every one of us that can be able to come to Finland should not fail. Buy your ticket while you have time. And if you know how you can support Master Simon Ekpa lawyer, please try to do that. This is for Biafra. Master Simon Ekpa has sacrificed enough and he deserves our support. As for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, we have been giving him support and we will continue to give him support. The support of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is overwhelming. Biafrans in every corner are supporting. And we will continue to support. And we need the same kind of support for Mazen Simon Ekpa. The same kind of support. Look at when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu goes to court. You see lawyers, senior advocates, volunteers from right, left, and center. We need the same kind of volunteer from our people in Europe, more especially Biafra living in Europe, on that 20th, on that 5th of August. On the 5th of August, every Biafran in Europe, it doesn't matter the group you belong, every one of us is supposed to be there to support him. We are supposed to be there. We are supposed to be there to support Master Simon Ekpa. These people have suffered for us. They have suffered a lot. You can imagine what Master Simon Ekpa is going through. You will go into a court. There is nobody black like you are. You are standing in the midst of the white man. No single person. You will look your left, your right. Everybody standing out there in your case are all white men who have their own problem. It is not the same with Mazen Nandekano. Anytime Mazen Nandekano come to court, you see the whole place will be flooded with his own brother. He will look around, he will see Igbos. He will see Biafrans, not just Igbos. He will see Biafrans from all states. He will see lawyers from everywhere, both the ones invited. He will see activists. The case of Master Simon Ekpa is not like that because of his isolation of where he is. Some of us are not thinking about this. This is a man who have sacrificed for us. You can imagine what his son will be thinking for the past 2 years. His son that is very, very close to him. Very, very close to him. Every time he's there, you see Adam. Adam is always there by his father. Every time Adam, Master Simon Ekpa is broadcasting, you see Adam will be there, even when he's asleep. Sometimes it is when he's sleeping that Master Simon Ekpa broadcasts. Once he wake up, Master Simon Ekpa will end the broadcast. You see how close he is with his father. They go out, they exercise together, they play together. You can imagine what that boy is going through for the past 2 years now, almost 2 years. You can imagine what that young boy is going through. And you can imagine what Master Simon Ekpa will feel when he thinks about that boy. A boy he groomed by himself, a boy he is training by himself, a boy that has seen his father what he does. How do you feel when you see that, when you remember that? I beg every Biafran, no matter how angry you are, no matter what you are thinking, no matter what you're different, we are talking about the life of our leaders. I don't care what you believe or what you think. If you are in Europe, go and get your ticket now before it is late. Get your ticket. It will be much more cheaper. Book for your holiday for 5th of August. We don't know how long the case is going to last. You can have a holiday for 2-3 days. Let there be massive involvement of Biafrans on that court day, that appeal. At least when Master Simon could look around, when he look into the court, he will see his brothers around. That will encourage me a lot. That will encourage me a lot. Everybody should engage. Everybody. It is very important. It is very important. He needs our support. He needs our support. He suffered a lot. Master Simon Ekpa made a very big sacrifice. I don't know how other people see it, but the way I see what Master Simon Ekpa went through, a man that have attained a height that people are dreaming to attain, that's their prayer point. I can bet you Master Simon Ekpa stands the opportunity of becoming a Finnish president tomorrow. He is in a leading party. He is connected. Master Simon Ekpa stands a chance of becoming a Finnish president, attaining to a very greater height, but he sacrificed it, abandoned it. And before us, he announced to us he has left politics in Finland. He removed himself from his leading political party in Finland and fully get involved in agitation. He sacrificed all that. Even when attack was coming, there was plan of kidnap, there was plan of execution and assassination. He never ran away. Instead, he remove hand from every other thing and focus on Biafra. It is so sad. Master Simon Ekpa needs our presence. We don't even need to wait for him. I feel so bad. All this why the way the case of Master Simon Ekpa is going is one of the things that pains me a lot. The way we treat his case is one of the things that pains me. The way we treat the case of Master Simon Ekpa. We cannot even get a concrete update. Even though we have Biafrans in Finland, we have Biafran people, Biafrans, we have them in Finland, a lot of them. Even some of them that are very close to Master Simon Ekpa, some of them he has helped. But yet, they can't even pay visit. They can't even pay visit. What excuse are you going to give? Is that the way you fight for freedom? You are afraid. You don't want to associate with Master Simon Ekpa so that you wouldn't have problem with your papers. So it's all about papers, about personal interest. Now you understand what Master Simon Ekpa sacrificed. Because Master Simon Ekpa knew very well that anything can happen. Even when he went to tell the Finland authority that this is what he's doing, they told him, you know that this is going to bring an international outrage. He said, yes, I know. But today, come on to visit him. Some people don't want to visit Master Simon Ekpa simply because of their papers. They don't want anything to happen to them. They want somebody to ask them question about them. Did he commit any crime? No. Was he a criminal? No. His record in Finland is excellently well. A great record. That even when anybody has a Nigerian has a problem, they will call him for confirmation. People were using his identity to get things in Finland. But because he sacrificed it and come to the struggle, so many of us overlooked him. Master Simon Ekpa case, nobody is giving an update. When he comes to court, you won't see anybody. He has to beg. That was why throughout the process of, because we didn't know that nobody tendered any evidence. We didn't know. It was after the case that we began to know. Because if people were there watching, they would have realized and know what happened. The lawyers of Master Simon Ekpa did not tender all the evidence that we provided. All the evidence that we provided, both the ones that Master Simon Ekpa provided, none of them was tendered in the court. None of them was tendered, and that was why he was convicted. None of those evidence, overwhelming evidence against Nigeria, is it one or two? No, not even one was presented in the court. Because his lawyers are pro bono. He has a pro bono lawyer. And that pro bono lawyer felt that nobody is there to speak on behalf of Master Simon Ekpa. Nobody is there to monitor him what he's doing. So the Finland authorities just gathered themselves, agreed on whatever they want. That was why the prosecutor demanded for 6 years and got 6 years. There was no challenge anywhere. Nobody was challenging them. They did what they want to do and they succeeded because nobody was paying attention. Nobody was paying attention. It is so sad. It is so sad. Somebody is writing, he says that my sister Stella saying, how about you? Well, I'm not living in Europe. I am not in Europe. If I'm in Europe, if I'm living in Europe, I will be the very first person to be there. If I am in Europe, I will be the very first person to be there. If I'm staying in Europe, nothing will stop me. More especially for the fact that I'm in media. For the fact that I'm in media. If I'm in Europe, I will be visiting Master Simon Ekpa every week. Nothing will stop it. Even if not every week, at least every month. Every month. Every month I must go to see him. If I were to be in Europe, every month, nothing will make me not to go and see Master Simon Ekpa because I value him a lot. I know what he's going through. I know what he's passed through. But it is sad that we have our own brothers, not just in Europe, that are in Finland. You can imagine that I'm in Finland. I will not visit Master Simon Ekpa because of what? Afraid of what? That I'm in Finland and I will not visit Master Simon Ekpa. God forbid. God forbid. Even his son, Nobody is saying anything about that young boy, Adam. Adam that stays around his father every minute of the day, every time he's around his son, every time when he's broadcasting, he is there with him. You can imagine what that boy will be feeling. Every one of us, we didn't do well, including myself. Every one of us, nobody's exempted. We need to do better. And now that he by himself had requested that on the 5th of August, that anybody that can have the opportunity, more especially people in Europe, get your ticket down, go and be with him in solidarity. It is very important. It is very important to be in solidarity with Mazi Simon Ekpa. We have done that of Mazi Nandekan. All the Biafrans are doing it, including holding seat at home for him. Mazi Nandekan had the support. Every day he goes to court. But the case of Mazi Simon is bothering me so much. That is one of the things that I remember. I feel very, very bad that we failed him. That he will be the one now to be requesting and begging that we should come to the court. He's the one that will be begging that we should come to the court. It is so sad. I thank God that at least people are paying attention and some individuals on their own voluntarily have gone. Informations are coming, and I thank God for the international lawyer who is going to be making a case for him. And just as they explained, the international lawyer is not going to be in the court there to defend him, because the international lawyer is now present in Finland. The only thing the international lawyer is going to do now is to consult the Minister of External Affairs, liaise with the Minister of External Affairs, tell them the implication of what is happening, and also show them the evidences against Nigerian government. Go to European Union, show them evidence against Nigerian government, and also involve American government. That is what the international lawyer is going to do. And it's going to be the game changer. Because they caged Mazi Simon Ekpa. Mazi Simon Ekpa was alone. Nobody. He was alone. You can imagine one person facing the whole world. He was alone. It's not like Mazi Nandekan, who is in Nigeria. The entire, no matter how the politicians try their best, no matter the evil of the politicians, yet Biafrans are coming out for different. You will see people coming out for different. You see senior advocates, you see lawyers coming up, and those of us online shouting, everybody is adding their voice. So there are certain things they can't do and get away. Any wrong they do, we blow the trumpet. Just like when they convicted Mazi Nandekan without a law, without a written law. We didn't keep silent. We are still talking about it till tomorrow. And as we are saying it, repeating and repeating, if the whole world is hearing it, the entire world is hearing it, that is the same method we follow for Mazi Simon Ekpa. Just like his own. How can you convict somebody without admitting the evidence that he provided against Nigeria? They did not admit any. We didn't know. Me personally, I didn't know that they did that. All this while, I'll be shouting, I'll be broadcasting and say we have. I was hopeful and say, yes, we have so many evidence. Even after the conviction of 6 years, I was worried. I said, why? With all this evidence, I did program when I was talking with all the evidence. People were sending evidence. We are sending to any place we can send. We send. We know that Mazi Simon Ekpa himself had a lot in his possession. But we didn't know that the lawyer refused to tender the evidence. The prosecutor refused to admit the evidence. And the lawyer, being a pro bono lawyer, government lawyer, we always work for government. You don't expect the government lawyer to work for you. Government lawyer, we always do things in favor of the government. And that was what suffered the case of Mazi Simon Ekpa. And we are believing by this appeal on the 5th of August, every one of us should do our best and continue to support and do what we have to do. A lot has happened. A lot has happened. A lot has happened. That is why sometimes when I speak the way I speak, I try as much as possible to control my emotion or control myself on what I say so that I don't say anything that will cause controversy or make people to begin to a controversial to make it a controversial issue. I don't like getting myself involved into a controversial issue, but a lot has happened. A whole lot. We are media. As a media here, many people are making calls, calling us. Informations are coming. Some of the informations we will get it, we'll keep it to ourselves. People who cannot control themselves, when you get some information, you go online, you shout, you talk. At the end of the day, we talk and shout and fight each other, and there will be no solution. My only belief is that very, very soon, everything will be clear. And all the genuine Biafrans will stand on one ground and speak in one voice. Very soon. Very, very soon. Master Simon Empire is going to come out. Nothing is going to stop him. He's going to come out. Master Simon is going to come very soon. He's almost there now. He's almost 2 years now. And with the sentence, he was given 3 years. Even if the sentence was not reduced, he's almost ending his service. So there is nothing that will make him not to come out after that appeal. Because he has already served almost half of the sentence. Almost half of the sentence. So every one of us should, wherever you are, whatever you are doing, continue to do it. And I bet you Master Simon Ekpa is getting all the information. There are people that are talking to him almost every blessed week. There are people he calls every week. There are people he talks to there are people that talk to him. As you know, Biafrans are trying their best to make sure they clear the tax bill, because that tax bill is one of the things they're going to use to hold him in the court. They were charging him for tax evasion. So that tax evasion, many Biafrans have volunteered to pay up that tax, and they are doing it. Very soon, that tax will be cleared by the special grace of Chukwuka. Hopefully, before the court day on the 5th of August, that tax will be cleared, so that we'll be facing only one direction. There will be nothing that will be a hindrance. So everybody is doing their best. So any place you know you can support, Master Simon Ekpa needs our support. He needs our support. He needs our encouragement. He needs our presence. It is important. You know, sometimes when we focus on the issue of Mazen Nandekan all the time, it will seem as if we are forgetting him. My own very self, I don't forget him. That is why in every program, you will see him in my thumbnail, and you will also see him speak. I play his videos to keep that memory alive. To keep that memory alive, because the easiest way to forget people is when the people are out of sight, it's out of mind. Out of sight is out of mind. But the more you continue to present them and put them, they will never be forgotten. Master Simon Ekpa did the same thing with Mazen Nandekan. He did the same thing for Mazen Nandekan. He made sure that Mazen Nandekan's legacy is not forgotten. Anytime he is trending, Mazen Nandekan is trending. All the time Mazen Nandekan was around, he never ever one day slack. He was always keeping the fire on to make sure that the prayers are answered. Make sure that Mazen Nandekan is not forgotten. And we will have to do the same thing for him. Make sure that he's not forgotten. I pray that Chukwuka will fight this battle for us. He will fight the battle for us. There are a lot of things that are happening that cannot be said, that we are just watching and we are looking and praying and praying so hard, because the only thing that's going to settle the situation is when Mazen Nandekan or Mazen Simon Ekpa is out there, then this chaos will end. The chaos will end. If not, it is going to be very difficult to control. That is why I see it as a waste of time attacking anybody, calling anybody name. No. People have the choice to do whatever they want to do. Let everybody do what they think they want to do. After all, even our leaders are sending the same message. Mazen Nandekan recognize everybody. Whatever you are doing, continue to do it and focus on Biafra. Mazen Simon Ekpa said the same thing. Whatever you are doing, anywhere you are, do it and focus on Biafra. Then Amasi also and go on. At the end of the day, we will harmonize everything together. We will harmonize everything together and move ahead for the future that we so much desire. So, my fellow Biafrans, wherever you are, I urge every one of us never to give up. It is a very heavy task. I understand. Sometimes we get so emotional that if you can't be able to control yourself, you might make mistake. You speak against your brother or you speak against your sister. If you don't have self-control, you can end up insulting your brother, insulting your sister, even when you don't have the intention to insult anybody. That is why I don't pick offense on people. No matter what you say to me online or offline, when I come back the next day and you are somewhere on my platform speaking, I'll give you the time to speak out with respect. I don't attack anybody because I know so many of us are doing things we are doing out of ignorance. So many are acting out of emotion. So you don't blame them. People are acting based on the information they have. Everyone is working based on information. So before you begin to accuse somebody or attack people or blame people, sometimes you still sit back and think about the amount of information they have. So when they act in a certain way, you just overlook it and walk away. That is what I do. I don't hold anything to heart on anybody. And I pray that Chukwu Okike will give us the grace to move on. Our main cause is Janjaweed. The Janjaweed are scared of us. They know we are blessed with leaders. When you see them, they say Igbos don't have leaders. They know we have leaders, not rulers. The only thing we don't have is rulers. The only thing the Biafrans, the Igbos, made especially don't have is rulers. We have leaders. Anybody that tells you that Igbos don't have leaders, point Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as an example. Point Mazi Simon Ekpa as an example. These are tested and trusted. Not rulers, leaders, people who have led and continue to lead. And this is what scares the Janjaweed. Our unity scares them so much. They know what we can do if we speak in one voice. The Nigerian government, the Janjaweed, the Caliphate, the British, they know what we did when they came before the amalgamation in the Ekumeniku War. They know that our unity is unmatched. They know very well. They know very well. Sometimes when you see them begin to talk rubbish, they know very well. They just try to paint everything evil. Our ingenuity, you see them painting it evil. Our excellence, they are afraid of it. They will never talk the good part of us, always sending out the wrong information because they are scared. They know how powerful we are. The British won them. The British won the Caliphate, Papa. He won them. They told them what they knew about us. That is why they don't want to give us a breathing space. And the Yorubas, we are convinced to join the clique. Yorubas, we are meant to believe that if they help them to suppress the Igbos, they will enjoy the fruit with them. And they bought into it. Today, some Yorubas are helping them to play the game. But I bet you, by the special grace of Chukwu Okike, it's all over. And at this point where we are, with the intervention of the United States, nothing can stop us from moving out of the zone. Nothing. Nothing can stop us. The game is already changing. As we speak, was it today, yesterday, I saw a video where the EFCC wanted to arrest one of the chief terrorists. One of their chief terrorists. The EFCC went to arrest him, and his people blocked the EFCC, and they didn't allow the EFCC to take him. One of the terrorists. So the game is changing. This was an idiot, somebody who was with Muhammadu Buhari. Somebody who, him and Muhammadu Buhari, during the time of Muhammadu Buhari, they were the people who were going around arresting people, blackmailing people, doing all sort of nonsense. Now it has gotten to his turn. He's crying. And one thing you can see is that they could not even allow the EFCC to take him. His people, El-Rufai, and the EFCC wanted to come and arrest El-Rufai. The northern youth, the northern people, they blocked the EFCC, didn't allow him to take them. You see how they protect their criminal. They did not allow EFCC to arrest El-Rufai, even though they know that El-Rufai is a criminal. They protected him. This was a man who went and brought the insecurity that Nigeria is facing today. A man who single-handedly brought the insecurity that we are seeing in Nigeria today. It was brought by this man. And they went to arrest him at the airport. His people came out. You cannot see this kind of solidarity with our politicians, because our politicians are they are evil. They don't protect us. Just see what transpired.
Nobody, listen, nobody, not even the president, will say, I have to do anything. It's a statement. If you want a letter, if you want to invite him, invite him and then you will.
That was El-Rufai challenging the EFCC, telling them that nobody have that right to tell him what he will do or what he did. And the northern people surrounded the EFCC and made sure that he left there free without any disturbance. They made sure that he left there. They made sure that he left there. You can imagine. This is happening today. As they tried to arrest Malam El-Rufai, they made sure that they did not arrest him. They stood on the way. They did not agree. That is how powerful the Janjaweed are. They are above the law. If this man was to be an Igbo man, he is going into the court. He's not going to escape. They did not allow them to arrest him. They stood their ground and say he cannot be arrested. And they couldn't arrest him because he's a northerner. If he was to be a southerner, if he was to be somebody from the southeast, he is gone. He is gone. But look at him here challenging the EFCC. Challenging the EFCC that they cannot do anything. They can't direct him on what to do. Challenging the EFCC. You see him there. The EFCC could not be able to apprehend him in the international airport. That is how to show you the inequality in Nigeria. What you are seeing is showing you the inequality in Nigeria, that you are not the same with them. You are not the same with them. There are sacred cows. These are sacred cows who decides what happened and what doesn't happen. And there's nothing you can do about it. You see, after the confrontation, they could not arrest him. The northerners gathered around and said that he will not be arrested, and they made sure that he escaped, entered his vehicle, and he left. This was what happened at the international airport today. They stood their ground. Tell me, if this idiot was to be an Igbo man, they would take him without anything. Look at him going home. That's him. That is him, his convoy. Look at the convoy taking him from Abuja back to Kaduna with all the EFCC. He left. You know how many people, politicians from Biafra land, that they have taken in like that, arrested, politicians from the south. When they come to Northern, they come. When they come to the Northern, they are untouchable. A terrorist, a well-known terrorist, look at him driving home. They could not arrest him. This is the country they want us to come. This is a country they want us to be part of. This is a country and an evil entity they want us to be part of. How can we be part of this nonsense? How can we be part of this nonsense? That is what you see. Every one of us should know that we have no place in Nigeria. The earlier we begin to prepare ourselves, the earlier we begin to manage ourselves, the earlier we begin to position ourselves be better for us. Because in Nigeria, it is not for us. Nothing in Nigeria is going to work for us. They don't want to arrive. They don't want to see us. They always see us as a threat. Every time they see us as a threat. So wherever you are, as a people, you must begin to learn and know that it is only us that we fight for ourselves. These politicians are on their own. They are not with us. The politicians are on their own. They are not with us. They don't even care about you. They don't care about me. It is we that we fight our battle and win it. If we refuse to fight for our battle, nobody is going to fight the battle for us. Nobody anywhere is going to fight it. Nigeria is gone and gone for good. Everybody now is just trying to get what he or she can get. Everyone is struggling to steal as much as he or she can. Anything you know you can get for yourself, you get it. That is what Nigeria is today. So, my fellow Biafrans, wherever you are, we must not allow this evil entity to take over our sensibility. We must not allow this criminal entity to direct us on what to do and what not to do. We must not allow this evil entity to shape our behavior towards ourselves. Because each time they see us speaking in diverse voices, they are happy. Their happiest moment is when they see us speaking from different angles. But whenever we speak as a united front, they are scared. They are scared. They can't even control their fear. They are very, very scared. So that is why I urge every one of us to continue to stand strong and stand firm wherever you are. Never you give up. We must remain focused and never to give up. No matter their propaganda, no matter their blackmail, no matter their rubbish and their idiocy, we must not allow them to succeed. Whatever they throw at us, we will throw it back at them. Every time they bring their lie, we will debunk it. You don't even have to, don't give them a breathing space. Anytime they bring their lie, we debunk it. So, before we end the program, I want to take us to their conventional media. I want to take us to their conventional media. Let us see what they have there. Let us see the drama they have in their conventional media. If we can have time to listen to it and debunk the nonsense we can debunk, throw away the ones we throw to trash and expose the ones we can expose. That's what we do every day and what we continue to do. So, my fellow Biafran that are watching, we are going to go to their conventional media right away, right now, to see some of the reports they have there, to update ourselves so that we can know how to follow them. That is why we go there. Our reason is to update ourselves, because we cannot just keep silent or pretend things are not happening. Things are happening. And the only way we can be able to speak more about these things and expose them is by getting into their neck and hear what they are saying. Let us hear what this ape face is saying.
Shifting pressure to the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, raising fresh questions about infrastructure, preparedness, and the credibility of future polls. After much prevarication, the Senate adopted an amendment mandating the electronic transmission of election results from polling units to INEC's IREF portal, subject to the availability of telecommunication networks. The development followed public outcry that greeted reports that the upper legislative chamber rejected real-time transmission of results during the passage of the proposed Electoral Bill 2026 last week. Joining us on this show to lend his voice to the ongoing conversation on the Electoral Act is Buba Galatima, the chieftain of the New Nigeria People's Party, NNPP. He will also discuss the way forward for his party ahead of the 2027 election. Good morning, Alhaji Galatima, and thank you for joining us on the morning show.
Thank you very much, Dr. Bati, for having me on this platform today.
Well, very quickly, just two things I'd like to ask you to start the conversation. Your reaction to the amendment or re-amendment of Section 60, sub 3, sub 5 of the Electoral Act 2022 to the National Assembly, the Senate, not the National Assembly, now saying that, okay, you can have electronic transmission, and where there is problem with the transmission, you use for EC8A to transmit to the IRF portal, where the Supreme Court has said the CVA portal is not a collection center. So do you see any problem with this? And then secondly, and even the more urgent question in my view, the United States House of Reps, the bill being pushed by Chris Smith and also Representative Riley Moore have singled out Senator Dr. Rabiu Kwankwaso as a financier of terrorism in Nigeria. Why do you think he was singled out? He's very close associate. So what do you know? What kind of reaction you have to that declaration by the U.S. House of Reps?
Dr. Bati, as you know, I'm an old man, well above 75. So it would be better for me to answer your question one after the other. Are we talking about the Senate position on the Electoral Act, or we are taking the one on Kwankwaso?
And then Kwankwaso.
I can hear you.
No, first, Senate decision this week, and also
it's okay. Just leave it here. Senate first. Well, the Senate had not made any amendment on the 2022 electoral law because they left.
Onyeka, disregard that information. Wherever you are getting that information from, please disregard the information that our Prime Minister have been granted a state pardon. That is not true. There is no confirmation on that. That is not true. If such happens, you're not going to hear it from the back door. If Mazi Simon Ekpa is granted a state pardon, it is a breaking news. It is not something that somebody will talk small. The case of Mazi Simon Ekpa is an international case. The whole world is aware of it and interested in it. If there is a state pardon for Mazi Simon Ekpa, it is not something that you just see on social media or somebody will be humming it. It is a breaking news. It's going to be a breaking news. So disregard that. Don't allow anybody to. These are some of those content creators. There are some of them that they know they try to use the emotion of the Biafrans. They try to use our emotion anytime, any day. They know what we're expecting and what we are praying for, and before you know it, they use it for content. And many of you will help them to share it. It begin to go viral. Disregard that information. It is not true. If it is, it's going to be a breaking news, and I have not heard anything of such. Thank you, my brother Onyeka.
CTAs, what they had done, they were just wise by half, and they thought that everybody is deaf, dumb, and unintelligent like they are. Why should they tell us we should do transmission real time, electronically, and at the same time say both? Because they came under pressure that if that is not possible, you do manual transfer. You know that for sure, if that bill is passed as it is, the INEP will be directed under the table to only use for ECA so that they could rig the election and come back to their various houses. They should know that we will know this. So we are not taking any amendment with the but. Either it is electronic transfer of election results or no. The Senate cannot be wise by half, and they should be told so. And I also would want to say that the Senate or members of the National Assembly should know that they are our servants. We sent them to do laws for the good governance of Nigeria. They don't have an opinion above the opinion of the people. And Nigerians 101% supports electronic transmission of election results. There is no single person except a beneficiary of fraud that supports manual transfer of election results. We have gone through this. Dr. Abati, you know, in 2015, it was the use of the card reader that became the game changer. And I was in the forefront of fighting for the use of the card reader after studying electoral processes in Ghana under Professor Oferigian. And this time around, I don't want the population of Nigeria to think that only politicians can put pressure. No, it is the duty of every Nigerian to come out and tell these people once and for all that enough is enough. Each time it is election cycle, they will tell us stories. What had happened between 2023 to today that they were not able to provide network coverage for the whole of Nigeria? That is possible. If they don't know, I will get them a country in this world that can borrow satellite to Nigeria for 8 hours during the conduct of that election. So please, they should not provoke Nigerians because they believe that no Nigerian matters and that we Nigerians elected them our kings, not our servants.
So before I continue to play that video on the electoral thing, I still want to hear about Kwankwaso named as one of the terrorists, and I just want to go to that. Before then, I see my brother Chusky is here. My brother Chusky, go ahead and talk to us. I can see you there. Chusky, unmute yourself and speak to us. Chusky, are you there? Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself, Chusky. If you're there, unmute yourself and talk to us. Chusky, unmute yourself. You are muted. I think he's gone. So let's continue. I think he's having a network issue. When he comes back again, we can allow him to go ahead. So let's continue to listen to the program.
That is for this. And of course, the issue of Chris Smith, I learned of it through my son yesterday around 10 o'clock. He sent me a clip. And later on, a lot of people started bombarding me with questions as to that Kwankwaso was a financier of terrorism because, according to him, he was the one that promulgated a Sharia law in Kano that have made blasphemy a capital offense. I think that is most unfair. Most unfair to Kwankwaso, most unfair to his person, and most unfair to his integrity as a peaceful Nigerian. What we see is intrigues of election 2027. And you, my friends in Arise TV, are complicit in this because either in 29th of December, is it January or 30th, your sister organization, this day newspaper, published a story about Kwankwaso and said that Kwankwaso was demanding putting an impossible demand on the APC, that he wanted 25% of all federal appointments, that he wanted to be VP to APC or else else he would not join. And incidentally and surprisingly, Arise TV constituted a panel of 3 people, all anti-Pomposo, and found him guilty, disparaged his image, his integrity, and blackmailed him into saying that he's selfish, he's this, he's that. That was most unfortunate coming from friends. I would have wanted to ask, did Pomposo ever, apart from the Paris meeting of 2023 with President Bola Tinubu, ever met with anybody from the APC to discuss issues of either merger or defection? My answer is no. And if there is any evidence available to Arise TV or to this day newspaper, who are my friends? Please, they should come up with that evidence and show the world. You are too a precious news platform that you should not be succumbing to blackmail by people who want to disparage the image of innocent Nigerians. Now, one thing led to the other. We were told, there were rumors all over that Pomposo was going to be arrested if he refused to defect to the APC, that Pomposo is going to be, this is going to happen to him, that EFCC will look for him, that ICPC will look for him. Surprisingly, the matter came offshore. That is in the US. Wonder from where the they got
these people, Nigeria.
And the Pomposo was the victim of Sharia. Was the victim because he was governor 2003, and Pomposo decided, as he is, as a principled person, as a principled politician, to go on home with General Obasanjo as president. When other governors in northern Nigeria found it expedient to tell the world, to tell their supporters that they can vote for them as governors and vote for Buhari as president, Pomposo stood his grounds, despite the fact that Obasanjo is a Christian, that whoever wants to vote for him also vote for Obasanjo. That costed him his re-election as governor of Kano State. And there are evidences to show, and I don't want to discuss, I have said this several times on this platform and other platforms. I don't want to discuss religion, I don't want to discuss tribe, I don't want to discuss ethnicity, I don't want to discuss where a Nigerian comes from. Pomposo is one of the people that, despite the brutality of Kano politics, that have protected all minority groups and all tribal groups in Kano. And I will give you an example. I spoke to a
politician.
Magaji Ibrahim Mato, who happens to be a Christian and a knight of Said Lumumba, who is an SAN today. And he told me that when the Sharia law was established in Kano, and it was not established by Pomposo, it was promulgated by the House of Assembly of Kano under pressure. And people should remember that the pressure of Sharia, Pomposo was reluctant and was about the last governor in Nigeria to do a Sharia law, and Shekarau used that platform of religion and Sharia, that he was coming to perfect Sharia, and Pomposo was not doing Sharia according to the dictates of Sharia. That is how Shekarau became the governor of Kano State. So how can anybody in his right senses accuse Pomposo, who is a loser during that Sharia debacle in Nigeria? And look, you accuse Pomposo of promulgating Sharia. How about those that started it? So this is politics.
When I go here, viewers go show na pepper.
Running for president or vice president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, so they have to eliminate him technically by using newspaper houses, electronic.
Can I?
Don't go here. This Sharia, ya wapon nante. All of them, ear go open by force. Ocean Monster, thank you for joining. Ocean, are you there? Unmute yourself.
Yeah, Mazichu Survivor, I greet you.
Hello, my brother.
They were for this wonderful moment, time this evening again. Wow, my brother, I greet you and I greet Biafrans according by their time zone. Mazichu survivor Buba Galadima is a very old politician in Nigeria.
Very old one. I know that.
Actually, yes, he didn't went to school, but this man is well grounded. And somehow, sometimes you see him being very genuine, truthful, and honest than those we expected. You know. Oh, anyway, it's good. He's talking. I really love the way you call on Biafrans to be in Finland on August. That is, it will be one of the objective during that time. You know, Biafrans, August is August month fall within the holiday time, wherever you are around the globe. You can take your 1 week, 2 weeks, depend. You can take your couple of days holiday, depend on how you schedule yourself.
Yeah.
You know, then you have the time to save again, because you know, actually, Massachusetts is not easy. Even if you're living in Europe, to go to live one country from Europe to another is not easy.
It's not easy.
Then less of those who are in very distant journey, but the sacrifice you will do is to begin to save in time. Just like you said, Massachusetts survivor, you can buy the ticket or begins to purchase the ticket in time so that it will be cheaper.
Yes.
And those who have the system of getting it on loan, you can as well do the same. In time, it saves a lot of cost. So it's a nice one. It's a very good development, and I believe that Biafrans will do. In fact, Biafrans we hit to the call, because we really need to be with Mad Simon Ekpa at that time again. We really need to prove.
See us. He's seen us. Will give him a lot of strength. He needs.
Yeah, even in the Finnish society, even in the country that he is, when they see us gathered in that manner, in the multitude of us, they will know, yes, that this man really have people, genuine people supporting him. You know, then I think that will help in reshaping his case as well.
Yes.
You know, if anybody have been in that kind of situation, we are very familiar to that anyway. When you stay in a condition whereby, or in a situation whereby, when you wake up, the people that surround you are of different colors, different cultures, different behaviors, different ideas and mentalities. Yeah, it's not easy. Even for you to talk, for you to cope up with them, you need a whole lot of strategies, a lot of whole energy, a lot of whole flexibility for you to cope. If you're fighting alone. Whatever you do is alone. So you must have to find a way to live with them. So it's not easy. We can understand that. So we need our support, as we need to support him spiritually, moral, and physical. And coming to the issue of the lawyer, it's a good development, but my only concern is to know the genuinity of the lawyer coming at this time, which is a good development as well. And from what I had the lawyer say, when he was in the program, he said they have not been bereaved, that he need to. And he made it very clear for those who are using the lawyer for other purposes. The lawyer made it very clear that he is not in Finland, that he is in America. And they don't have that license to practice in Finnish country.
Of
because
course,
by law,
he's not going to the court to defend Mazi Simon Ekpa. He's only going to operate on the international level. They liaise with their Minister of External Affairs, the European Union, and also draw attention to the US. He's not going to defend him in the court here. He's only going to work as a backup with the lawyers who are defending him from Finland.
Yeah, we knows how it works. What you said is the way it operates. But I'm just saying it because you have propagated direct the way it is. But there are some other people who are bringing in little confusion in that for those who did not know how the international law or lawyers operate in foreign country. you understand what I mean? So some
Of
people
course,
are
and
making
you
it
know that that's why sometimes when I show certain things, I will tell people whatever I show about Master Samuel Master Nandekano or Biafra is not to endorse anybody. That is not what it's all about, because I know some people will just play it to their own advantage to show one thing or the other,
yes,
either to bring somebody down or raise themselves up or to show that they know better than no, it's not about that. Our
that
interest
is
is
exactly.
Master Samuel, but that's it, simple.
Yeah, that's what some people are doing without explaining. They're just interested in money, 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 money without proper explanation to the people, so that when you're doing something, you know exactly what you're doing. Some people are propagating it as if the man will be in Finland and hold Simon Epper's hand and bring
No,
him out,
no.
or making it as if the other people that are there, that they are not doing anything, that they just fall from, But I think, you see, one good thing is this. You see, the lawyer, I wasn't on the program, but when I look at the broadcast of it, the way he answers his question, I think the man did his best, being honest to himself. And again,
Exactly. That is why sometimes it's good to listen to those people. When you listen to the horse's mouth, he cannot come and begin to talk rubbish. He said it exactly the way it should be. There is nothing to
yeah,
paint or promote any nonsense. No. He just
yeah.
said what he has to.
So yeah, so those people that are trying to use the man to, let me use the word, cash out, should know that it doesn't work like that. And there's a thing you will do, the man will pull out from
Of
you, because
course.
if the man sense any foul play, he will pull out, because in the country in US where he is, there is a lot of law that kind of hold them when they go on deviate or go on illegality. So we should know that. So we will do everything to support whatever that will pull Man Simon Ekpa out of prison and free him, because what Finland did, how they colluded with Nigeria and do that
It's too
shenanigan,
bad. It's too bad. It's too bad.
it is too bad, especially for somebody like Prime Minister Man Simon Ekpa, who is, if you see, sometimes when you watch the old broadcast of Simon Ekpa, you feel, unless if you don't have conscience, you will feel what Simon Ekpa will be feeling now, because Finland betrayed him to the highest order.
So much. He
This
so
is
much
what they
trusted them,
call,
man. Huh?
yeah, the highest betrayer.
Somebody that will
The
come and
highest.
sing Finland national anthem in our program. He will sing Finland national anthem in Biafran program. He will hold their flag.
Yes,
Boast
and
about
he
the boast of bringing Finland to
maintain,
Biafra land.
always maintain that he's bringing Finland to Biafra. What a way to pay the man. He have an adopted father there by his choice. Everything he do, in fact, he believe in their culture. He believe himself in Finnish culture. Think about it. This is not a woman. This is a man, well to do, doing well for himself. Any society will like to adopt Simon Ekpa because of his personality, because of his genuinity, because of his impute. Because wherever he comes, if you look at his history, even while he was back home or wherever he goes, you see that he make good impact. And notably, I'm talking. So
he has no criminal record everywhere, both home and abroad.
No criminal record. Yes. And you know what they are talking about. Although, thank God that you have said it, Master Survivor, that Biafrans are willing and doing something to pay off the so acclaimed tax invaded.
Yeah,
Master Simon, Master Simon Ekpa, we know cannot invade any tax. But I will tell you how it works in Europe. They will do it. You know, these people, just like what happens to OJ Simpson in America, you know that.
Yes.
What happened to all these black superstars? You will understand it. What is happening to PDD recently? You will understand those games. You understand?
Even Donald Trump was tired of tax now. Donald Trump was tired of tax issue now before he became a president.
Good. So they just did it all about politics, and that their interest that made them to collude with Nigeria. That is why, just to make it as if there is something to pin him. You understand? And that is why they could not pronounce heavy sentence on him, because he doesn't, in reality, factually, Simon Ekpa did not have anything connected to terrorists or terrorism. Not in any way, known by law or unknown by law. What Mazi Simon Ekpa is doing is to propagate the message of freedom of his own people, to bring to awareness the injustice meted against his own people, Biafra, the genocide going on meted against his people, Biafrans, the self-defense which is enshrined in international law and by extension to UN resolution, and that of Montenegro Convention, even in African Union is there. So that is what Mazi Simon Ekpa is propagating. And again, to tell you, defend yourself instead of going to becoming an unnumbering you, killing you every day and a day, diminishing you, annihilating you, taking up your land. So there is nothing that they have done that is error to compare to as at what they are trying to convict him of. It is not existing, and they know that. They know that very well, and I believe that is why they push that this appeal court, this length, because normally in Europe it doesn't supposed to take all this time. You understand? But they push it further to make sure, because if you make the calculation from that time in August, it's August, September, October, November. So it remains about 3 months to complete it 2 calendar year.
Yes.
That is in prison. So you can imagine that it's just a strategy, to tune him out. Yeah. But thank God that, however, the best love comes at last.
Yes, sir.
Mazin and the Kanoma Simon Ekpa free at last, and our total freedom is there. The most important thing is that thing that they desire, that thing that they are fighting for, we have achieved it. No matter what, no matter how any person say, we have achieved it. We have outsmarted them. So thank God for that. Every other thing is added. When they come out, where they meet the movement, they continue pushing from there. And by God's grace, in no distant time, all this nonsense that these countries and Nigerians are playing, these shenanigans of them, will come to stop finally, and Biafra will be home completely. Thank you, Master Survivor. Thank you for this wonderful message tonight.
Thank you so much, my brother. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for your contribution. Let's go back to this video. Let me finish it up and see what Buba Galadima has to say. His one person defense and.
Well, because it is too annoying.
I know. I can appreciate that. I can appreciate that. And we also appreciate the passion with which you've come in this morning, and we're grateful for that fact. But let me ask you, you made a statement, sir, towards the end of saying that, and the Kwankwasia movement has released a statement, the NNPP has released a statement in defense of Dr. Abi Kwankwaso. And you said that because he is a political threat. But let's examine that. Political threat in what way? Because the NNPP has lost the governor of this only state where the NNPP has a governor, has defected to the APC. So currently as we speak, do you still believe that the NNPP is a political threat to the APC as an opposition? Because if we're using that premise, there are other parties that some would consider bigger fishes, in quotes, or bigger threats to the government of the day. But the NNPP currently doesn't have any states that it controls. The only states that it won in the last election, in Kano State, the governor has now defected and he took away some of the principal officers in his government. So would that argument hold water? That is because they are afraid of his political opposition. What weight does Dr. Kwankwaso have currently alongside the NNP and the Kwankwasia movement? And do you think it would make a dent in 2027?
Well, you're not fair to yourself. If you are fair to yourself, you should remember history. And the history is that when Abba Kabir Yusuf became governor of Kano, did we have a single elected councillor in Kano? Did we have any member of House Assembly, rep or senator in Kano or chairman of a council? We started from ground zero. And you would have asked yourself, what prompted Abba Kabir Yusuf to defect from NNPP to APC, which we christened the greatest betrayal of the century. Because if you know the history of what Abba Kabir Yusuf is Rabi Musa Ponkoso, then you would appreciate what I had said. Having said this, after the defection, the chairman, Professor Nantawe, or what do you call him, of APC, made a statement that they would appreciate and love if Ponkoso would still come along because he is the big fish they are looking for. And if you are following, Ponkoso on his way to India was in Kano last week, and he went to unannounced. He went to Singa Market, which was backed by fire. Have you seen the crowd that gathered there? Have you seen it? Now, secondly, there are attempts.
At best, sir.
In Kano,
he did in Kano like he did in the last elections. He came forward. He wasn't even close to top three.
It's okay. It's okay. He is in Kano. Now, assist me. Can you tell me one politician that has a following in his base like Ponkoso, including the president?
I'm not sure they vote for him in Kano State and he lives in Kano State. So I'm looking at the claim around
how many registered voters? How many registered voters? I say how many registered voters in Kano?
Doesn't matter.
Why does any political party wants to work with Congress?
There are 36 states in Nigeria, sir. If you win in one state, that's not enough to be president. And in 2023 elections, we saw that happen. And that was even when they had Kano totally. Now Kano is divided.
Just let me remind you, Kano is not divided. Kano is not divided. If there is a free and fair election, nobody outside Ponkoso's camp can secure his deposit during an election if it is free, fair, and transparent. But let me also remind you, which you seem to be forgetting, that Buhari that became president, he started from one state, Nasarawa. That Tinubu that is the president of Nigeria today started from one state, which is Lagos. So what stops Ponkoso from springing from Kano to become the president of Nigeria? It depends on the logistics and the hand of God.
Alaji, good to see you again. Happy New Year to you.
Oh yeah, fine. Now your own, I want here first.
Alaji, great to have you. Yes. But Alaji, when you started talking, you said concerning this Kwankaso and him being named in this American bill, I thought you wanted to give evidence how Arise TV caused it before. Because you kept on saying it's because of Arise TV. Then you pivoted to the story that was run on this day.
No, please.
Let me finish. Alaji, let me finish. Alaji, let me finish.
No. I will not allow you to mislead I said I will not allow you to mislead our listeners. I will not allow you. Just let me make a correction.
Alaji, you have spoken. Let me speak. Alaji, we have 3 minutes. Alaji, we have 3 minutes to get it. Let me land.
You are not quoting. Even if we will destroy the 3 minutes in argument.
Alaji, let me land now.
Ask your question correctly.
Alaji, you asked.
You started on the wrong footing.
Alaji, wait now. Let me finish now. Please, you know I'm used to. Alaji, you're a very good man. I like you. So as I was saying, I thought you'd have corroborated with evidence on how a reportage by Arise TV, led to naming Kwankaso. But you pivoted to talking about how we reported, how Disney reported that he made very big demands. And you said, oh, he didn't make those demands. I mean, it's the right of Disney to be able to report based on the story got from the sources. It's your right to be able to reply. But at least I'm thankful you didn't say that we had a hand in allowing Kwankaso to be mentioned by the Americans. I think it's best you take your plea to the Americans and make all of this one. And I know the NFP has reacted and to write a strongly worded letter. But Alaji, the question I want to ask you is, what faction of the NFP are you? Because you keep saying Kwankaso, NFP, Kwankaso, NFP. Is it the one that Shehu, the governor has left? Is it the one owned by Boniface and Ibuna? What faction are you? because we are hearing politics. We are hearing one person in another faction. So I mean, I don't. What faction are you? Let's clarify.
I am in the faction you support.
I don't support the other faction.
No, you have now. You always
Buba Galadima, very funny man.
to deliver the narrative that ANPP is a divided party, and you are not INEC. No, but there is going to be an election. Hold on now. You spoke now. There is going to be an election on the 21st of this month in Abuja. Watch the ballot paper.
Buba Galadima, very interesting man.
Okay, the NPP on the ballot there. So
that's the one I support.
Why?
Yes.
And why is it that the only jewel in Kwankwaso's crown, the governor of Kano, he can't even keep his political godson? Why? Is that how he's not sound politically? He can't even keep his political godson. What's happening?
You're asking me? You should ask the good son now. Why did he defect? And what caused him to defect? He must have a reason. And there are reasons that are known to the public, and there are reasons that are under the table. And then what is the backlash in Kano and all over the world? Do they hail him as he has done something good?
Okay. We'd like to thank you very much, Alhaji Buba Galadima, for joining us on today's edition of the Morning Show.
Diego. My fellow Biafrans, sometimes I need to go into their media because you cannot fight this battle of Biafra alone without listening to what is happening. We have to listen in their current affairs, listen in their politics, listen in whatever, so that we can be able to be aware, stay awake, and know how to tackle them. They see us as a threat, more especially those of us that are Igbo Biafrans. They see us as a threat. Remember, our discussion today, throughout the whole day, is about the fear of the Igbos. Why is Nigeria afraid of Igbo excellence? Why? The truth, they won't tell you. The reason they are afraid of our excellence is because they know that we can do and undo, that in unity, we can move mountains. We know that we are unstoppable. They know that we are the best breed. That is why they are scared of us. As simple as that. So when you see them attacking the Igbo Biafrans here and there, you need to be proud of yourself. It is only he that has something to offer that people go after. If you have nothing to offer, people will not go after you. If you're not making effect, people will not mind you. But whenever you see everybody is talking about you, everybody is after you, they want to pull you down, it is because there is something you have. And what we have was given to us by Chukwu Kabiam, and nobody can take it away from us. Fellow Biafrans, I appreciate every one of you that have been with me on this evening program. We are going to be back again tomorrow, being Friday, with our Friday episode. It is going to be a bombshell. Share this video, touch your notification bell so that you can join us early tomorrow when we come early and follow us on the program. It is going to be a bomb blast tomorrow. I urge you to join us early tomorrow, get the information that is coming. A lot of updates is going to be dealt with tomorrow. Join us, like and share, and invite people as you come. May Chukwu Kabiam continue to guide and protect us. Have a wonderful night. I appreciate my brother Ocean that joined me this evening. Maybe he's still on the background watching. Thank you so much for joining. And every other person commented on the comment section. I see a lot of people on the comment section that join me. I can see my brother Gerard. I can see my sister Macy Akere. I can see Onyeka. I can see my brother Onyeka. And every other person that is out there, whether you are commenting or not. I appreciate every single one of you. Every single one of you that joined on this program. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. I see my sister also, Stella Uzoka. She was here also. I appreciate everyone that participated on this program. I see Frank Okoye too. Frank Okoye was here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate everyone that supported this program. If you have not shared, share and like. See you again tomorrow morning by the special research program. Good night and have a very good sleep. Stay blessed. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.
This is from Biafra's Got Talent. We are letting Biafrans know the reason why we should remember those who gave their lives for us, those who died, that we may live.
You died to end my suffering. You died fighting for my freedom. Your blood is the seed of redemption. You are my inspiration.
The deed no wrong with them, military shots at them. 67 to 70, we remember them. 2016, 38 May, memory still lives in our mind till today. Wonder why they refuse to publicize the genocide. The world media turn blind eyes to our plight. It's time to arise, land of the rising sun. Let's rise one more time, let's rise.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes. Those who gave their life for us. Onitsha massacre, Iwata massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright.
Tell them I battled me. Remember when me tell you say I battled me. Yeah, I remember that one that called us a Bruce Mero. But the way you cook like a papa nuku. But them the way boniro, me tell you what I look pandi, what pandi samiro, me tell you what I day. For me the fall and the rest of man, I tell you what I am. Me no back and forth, me tell them
Fallen heroes, I want to promise you something today. We must fight together, no retreat and no surrender. We must hold them down till the end of time. The most important thing is that we will restore Biafra. May your soul rest in peace.
I look up to the sky with tears in my eye. For other Biafrans and for freedom had to die. We will never forget you as the days go by. You are always in my heart, will ever be a part. They fought for our freedom. They died for our freedom. They fought the Nigerian soldiers in the war front without food, without guns, for our freedom, for our life, for our own good, for our children. We love them, our heroes. We want them.
My heart bleeds when I saw them slain. Where will I be now if not then? They will remain indelible in my heart forever, 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 and ever, and ever, and ever.
We serve in your plantation, and the way you paid us back with your bloody starvation. We bled in our history, that the death of our people is a mystery. No going back to get to a victory. I had a voice now call for vengeance. I never get bummed, I'ma blow like a vengeance.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes. Those who gave their life for us. Onitsha massacre, Iwata massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright.
Where will I be now? If not you, you died at Mali.
They were starved to death because of our freedom, and they paid the debt for our freedom. Flag high for those that died in the genocide, fighting for you and I. There is pain in our heart, we bleeding inside, tears in the eyes of our fallen heroes.
This is for my fallen heroes. Give them a patient people. It's like I'm looking at myself in the mirror. Cause to be a cast, I need to be a nurse. If we did not retire,
They paid the debt.